Anvil in Gardner, Kansas. It's Bourbon Bros KC.
Hey, Bourbon Bros KC.
What's
here.
up?
We're here.
We're here.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe.
it's still Bourbon Bros
Bourbon
KC.
Bros Casey. Oh, that's what it is. We're good.
All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. It was like we
Delay.
get to hear ourselves,
Yeah,
right?
that was kind of cool.
So welcome. Well, there's three of
I
us
dig
tonight.
the music.
Yeah, you dig the music?
Yeah, it's like elevator music.
It is elevator music.
I like it. A little smooth jazz.
Should be every intro. Yeah.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah.
You like
I
the
like
smooth
it.
jazz?
Yeah.
So we're here at Ash and Anvil, and it's Tuesday night.
Here we are.
And hey, we're on time.
You
So,
were close.
Well, yeah.
so call that out. So BSB, hey, Coleman.
What's up?
Look at that.
Coleman says we're late.
You said we're late?
We were actually 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes? Gosh, we got to work on that.
We're getting better. Standard Stockton time. That's what we call
Yeah.
it.
So everyone have a good
It's on
week
time for
so
that.
far.
So
Good week.
far.
Good
Tuesday.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah.
Got a lot done here at the shop today. Just inputting cigars, getting stuff in the system.
Is it delivery
getting ready to- Every day's delivery day.
Every day is delivery day.
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Most days are delivery day. So it was good. It was a lot of fun.
We actually I went to the liquor store today where our barrel picks are going to be
Brown
coming
bag
in.
liquor.
Yeah, Brown Bag Liquor in Olathe, Kansas, and they are super excited.
Very excited.
Super excited.
Did you hear how excited?
They're super excited.
Very excited.
Beyond excited is what I've heard.
I'm so excited. I'm excited for them to be so excited.
Yeah.
They want to make us a dedicated area for our picks and like put our name, put
Yeah.
our whole thing.
Hopefully not on our faces.
Well, why not? who doesn't want to see this all the time? Next,
All these people are tuning in tonight. So.
yeah, our next pick coming,
See,
that kind of
where's
stuff.
Andy? They're already asking where's Andy.
And Andy is he's not here.
Yeah.
So
There's Andy.
long time no
getting
see.
ready to log on.
There's look at Lachelle. She's giving BSB a hard time.
Wow.
So, long time no see. But yeah, Jason Hammy made it on time. Look at that. Usually he jumps in right at the very end, right?
Yep.
So tonight is tonight's going to be something we've been looking forward to.
Yeah.
We're bringing the guy of the industry in
That's
just
right.
a little bit. He's hanging out there. He's in the green room right now, enjoying.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
He has requests. He wants certain kind of donuts and certain kind of drinks. And
Only green M&Ms.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he's hanging out in the green room, enjoying the green room right now. But Trishul Patel is here. He's the Degenerate Wolfpack, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you know him on socials, you guys have met him. We've all met him.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to talk with him a little bit, and he's got not a self-proclaimed, but he's got a nickname. The Barrel King, right? So we'll let him tell us all about it, what he does, because he does. He picks some bangers, and hopefully we got one here tonight. From what I heard, it's one of his picks, a Prairie Ranch.
I'm excited to try it.
So we'll bring him in just a little bit. We're excited for that.
Yeah.
And Bill will tell you all about his adventures and what he's done, what he's doing, and more to look forward to, right? So cigars, cigar sponsor? We got a
Yeah,
cigar
Imami
sponsor?
Cigars is sponsoring our video tonight. So thank you, Amin Imami, for believing in us. And if you haven't had a chance to try Imami Cigars, you need to. They're great cigars. So the Komodo XXL,
Oh yeah.
the flavored line that he's got, that cognac is really a great cigar. He's got something for everybody.
Try them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's really, you're starting to see him in a lot more places
He
now,
is.
right?
He's
He's
kinda
really
growing
getting
fast.
some good distribution, right? So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Very good cigars coming out of Nicaragua, priced right. And he's got stuff, sort of budget-friendly cigars. The Pink Series with 9 different offerings. And, the flavored cigars, his core line, which is 5 cigars. He's got 3 different Komodos and 2 Lanceros, one of which is ridiculous. Have
Now you
seen
say
that?
Lancero, is that the long one?
That's a Lancero is typically a longer, skinnier cigar, but he's got a double Lancero, so it's like this long.
That's too long for Mike.
So I actually,
It's not used to that.
here we go. Starting off. So we're actually, I actually grabbed one when we had an event out here, and someone says the best thing for you to do is cut it in half and only smoke half and half, right? I go, no, I need the experience. So I walked around here for like an hour and a half with a cigar that was like this long out of my, I thought it was.
Whoever told you that you should cut it in half was wrong.
Okay.
Don't
but
do that.
But I didn't.
Yeah, good.
I
Don't do
didn't
that.
cut it in half. I smoked the thing as it was, right? And it's
Yeah.
a good cigar.
If you cut it in half, it's going to fall apart. It's not like, we do have cigars that you can't do that. Our Toscano line, you are you are able to cut those cigars in half, and it's fine. In fact, they market it as the friendship cigar that you can share. But the Lancero isn't constructed the same. So if you were to cut that in half, you'd essentially just be wasting
All
half.
right. Well, I didn't. I smoked the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Connor just jumped in the house. Hey, by the way, we're gonna drink that at the end. We did a little bit of pour here before with your bottle,
it's good.
Connor.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys nailed it. So we'll talk about the end because we got it sitting right over here too. So that's awesome. So well, we'll talk about our last, our sponsor Gunners.
Yeah.
Gunners Bourbon out of Wichita, Kansas.
Great stuff.
They support us. They support us in a big way to the point where we have partnered with them. They only have 3 offerings at this point, right? I think they're working on more.
Yep.
But if you go to a liquor store and find them, they only have 3 offerings.
All of which are great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, and even like their honey. Their honey is built for a different kind of bourbon drinker, but it's still a bourbon drinker, right? So
Not a bourbon drinker?
I'm a bourbon drinker.
No, I'm saying the honey.
Huh?
The honey's from not a bourbon drinker.
Well, it's
I think a bourbon drinker can appreciate it. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. But somebody who's not into bourbon, it's like dessert.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's very
true.
much good. So we have created a cigar blend with them from inception of figuring out the finishing barrel. We've talked about this before, and it's close. So talked to Andy again today. Tried it. He said it is so close now to where we're going to bottle it. He said it's coming out spectacular.
Awesome.
So it's sitting in a 99-gallon cognac barrel that we helped transfer it into. So that's going to be. Ken Finkel's joined us tonight.
Oh,
look at that.
Look at that.
We got the whole group on tonight, so that's awesome. So, Nick, why don't we bring Trishul in and we can do an introduction and he can say hello and we can start. So we'll see him. We do see him.
see him.
We can actually see him. So, can they see him? So I got to switch him now to. How about right there? There he is. There he is. So the man.
What's going on, guys?
The man, the myth, the legend. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us, being part of this. So real quick, because you just did that, what do you got in your glass?
Oh, in my glass, I've got the first Wolfpack Deadling pick that we had done a couple years ago, or maybe a year and a half ago or so. It's about 55 months and 116-ish proof, and it's tasty.
Wow.
And you just did another one, didn't you?
I did. We just selected a, I think, almost 60-month barrel. It's a double oak, finished in ISC barrels, Independent State Company barrels, for about 6 months, and originally was aged in Kelvin barrels. So I had a chance to get out there with Seth Detling and quite honestly, just learn a lot about, how he curates the whiskey and get some of the flavors that all of us love in Detling.
Right. Nice. Yeah. So I've seen a lot of posts about it, right? So excited for that one. So we actually, at your recommendation, you and I were talking, and we actually have your Frey Ranch here, your rye. We're excited to try it because as you have something in your glass, we don't, right? We don't. So, before we pop this, because then what we want to do is we want to pair a cigar with it. So obviously we're going to have to do it. We go to the master here, the guy who can pair cigars better than anybody with bourbon. We'll do a little pour of it, try it. Maybe go pick us a cigar out.
Yeah.
And so, what we'll do is we'll just pop this thing right now, and I'll make you. While we pop it, we'll make you. We'll put you on the main screen here so people can see you. So maybe why don't you? Let's talk about this bottle first, right? And then we'll get into other things later. But why don't you tell us about this bottle? Why we popped this sucker?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the one that you have, Mike, is the Frey Ranch. It's the second barrel that we selected. That one ended up at McFarland Wine and Spirits in Georgia Liquor Barn. If you don't know both of those stores in the Georgia area, Andy and AJ Patel, really great owners of the stores, not related to me by any means, I know my last name's Patel and everything, but just really good people that I got to know because I was a customer of theirs, and they started understanding that I just love whiskey in general, and I've done a few picks for them. But Frey Ranch was one of those. We went out to Fallon, Nevada, and man, the Frey Ranch team just knocked it out of the park. As far as pick experiences go, it is a true, grain to glass or farm to glass, as they call it, experience. And just like Seth and others, they're very intentional around the flavors that they create. Frey Ranch and Detling kind of distinguish themselves across, from other whiskeys that are out there in the market, right? If you see some of the taste or the flavor notes that you get, they're a lot different than your traditional bourbon, your traditional Kentucky bourbon. And quite honestly, sometimes, the Detling or the Frey Ranch can be off-putting to individuals that probably are not as, adventurous in whiskey, right? You got to have a certain mature palate usually to be open to different flavors. And so it's not for everyone, but, usually you'll find some hidden gems, especially if you're going and picking at the distillery. And certain gems that have notes that everybody typically loves. So we went out there, and the one that you have, the group was split between 2 barrels, right? And we originally were only going to pick 1 barrel for Shores. That's the other store that I do barrel picks for. If you haven't heard about Shores, Northeast Florida, St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, we've got about 18 locations. And probably the top 8 locations end up with some of the Wolfpack picks that we do. And those are the stores that usually have a higher bourbon volume that gets moved around. So Ricky Patel is a guy that owns a lot of those or has stake in most of those locations. And him and I work closely together to make sure that we're bringing the best barrel picks in for Northeast Florida.
Oh my.
So, wow. Yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I mean, I can go on and on about the barrels and the story behind each barrel pick that I've done, but I always love hearing what you think or what others think about the barrels that we pick. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, we'll flip back. So
What do you guys get on the nose?
Sweet nose. You smell the rye for sure, but it's not overpowering. I'm not picking up any really.
No, it's a
alcohol.
good, yeah.
It's a great nose. I mean, again, you can get the rye out of it. Sweet little floral, fruity kind of to me.
I get the fruity, yeah.
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 But
It's got a good spice to the nose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not overpowering by any means.
No.
It's subtle.
No. So, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Now, you gotta pick a banger to go with this, right?
No pressure.
No pressure.
So for me, it's really good. It's got a long finish. You get that just right amount of rye spice on there. It's good.
What's the proof on this?
116, I think.
No, 123.
123. Oh.
123.
123.
Man, look at the legs. The legs alone on this sucker.
Oh yeah.
And great color. It's kind of sweet cinnamon on the front. I get that. I'm getting that rye up top.
Yeah.
And I get that like you said, the right amount of spice on the back, and it's got a great hug. Right. It doesn't overpower the hug.
No, it's very pleasant. It's
Super
very easy
smooth.
to drink.
Super smooth. This is my first Frey Ranch. So, Trishul, you talked me into it, right? We were talking, and you go, "This is a good one." I said, "Okay, I need it." So, yeah, this is.
I would never have guessed this is 126.
123.
123.
You're right. It's not
I wouldn't have
126.
guessed 126. I wouldn't have guessed 123 either.
That's good.
I mean, this drinks
Yeah, I
so
mean,
much.
so usually, if so I guess let me tell you a little bit about the Wolfpack, right? We started the Wolfpack a few years back. I mean, I've been drinking whiskey for about, 14 years now, 15 years. Started out with Scotch, moved into Japanese whiskey. From Japanese whiskey, I got into American whiskey. Some of the more lower proof options like Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, Weller, started really enjoying the sweetness that bourbon had to offer. And then, as I tried more American whiskey and bourbon, I'm like, the Scotch and the Europeans already have a lot to be proud of when it comes to, whiskey. Everybody knows about Scotch, especially if you go abroad, when you travel to different countries. But this is one spirit that we can be really proud about, and that not many people know about abroad, right? I mean, everybody knows about bourbon, rye, American whiskey over here. But you go to different countries and they're gonna be like, what the heck is bourbon, right?
Yeah.
They don't know anything about it. They've never tried it. So I've always been of the opinion that this is one damn good spirit that we can be proud of as Americans, and we need to do as much as we can to promote it worldwide. And so that way people know that we've got some good whiskey in the States as well. But, the Wolfpack started a few years ago, and my goal was, we went on a barrel pick. I think short barrel was probably one of the first picks when we were officially, when we officially started Degenerate Wolfpack. And it was just a really cool experience because all the folks that came on that barrel pick, there were about 10 individuals together. Nobody knew each other, right? Because I picked some folks that were from the Jacksonville area, were picking the barrel for Shores, and reached out to a bunch of folks and said, hey, and these are folks that are active on social media, that are active on the bourbon groups, local bourbon groups. And I was like, hey guys, let's go pick a barrel, right? And so gathered some folks, and we picked a few barrels for Shores. And at that time, the same 10 people that went, the folks that didn't know each other after the pick, we've got a group chat that's been established for quite a few years now. And it's like, this is a good way to bring people together. And ever since then, I was like, you know what? I can do barrel picks, and I can give folks an opportunity to come on barrel picks. And through that, we can grow the community even more, because not everybody has access to go to barrel picks. And if I have the means of doing that, I can engage local customers, bring awareness about the picks that the stores are bringing in, and really just give everyone a pretty cool experience. So that's what the Wolfpack is all about, right? Building community. Everyone, a lot of folks have reached out and said, hey, well, why don't you do stuff for charity? And I have, the way that I look at it, and nothing against doing charity. I think people that do charity are amazing folks, right? I give back to the community in my own ways, right? I've donated a bunch of bottles to different causes, over the last few years. I've donated money to different organizations that I truly believe are making a difference. But if I try to make barrel picking into a organization for raising funds, whether those funds are going to something good, whether they're going for profit or whatever it may be, I just feel like it takes away from the true experience of picking a genuine, damn good barrel, right?
Right.
So it's not that the Wolfpack doesn't do stuff for charity. I mean, we bring the community together for different causes, but I just feel like barrel picking needs to be its own thing. And then, if you're somebody that's able to help the community out in your own ways, you should do that.
Right. Yeah, that's great.
And we've kind of talked about doing the same thing, right? We again, we're newer into this, right? We're a year and a half, into our journey of growing this, and again, we've just done our third. We've had one bottle come out. We did with Kansas City Whiskey Guild, and it was
a Blue Note.
Yeah, it was a Blue Note, and it came out really well. It went through a club, so the club got it. We got a little bit, and Derek owns a bar here, so Derek actually brought them into the bar, and he's made some drinks. They're Bourbon Brew KC Flight, and Bourbon Brew KC Old Fashioned. It's gone really well. But then when we talked about that, it's like, look, we can bring some great bourbon to the community through. Derek has a great relationship with Brown Bag Liquor. They're like, you know what, go do some picks. Bring them in. We'll take care of it. And, we promote each other. So we're promoting them to sell the bottles. They're promoting us to go do more picks.
Yep.
And, and it's bringing, like you said, it's bringing some great bourbon and whiskey that maybe people wouldn't be able to have before. Just like this, we talked about with Gunners, we've built from scratch with them. This will be their first of the three group that they have. This will be the first barrel that is not in their normal, right? They've had to create a new SKU for a cigar blend, volume 1, and it's about done. We finished it. I mean, we picked the whole thing, and it's the same thing, right? It's going to bring I don't think that bottle should last very long whatsoever. It's going to bring something new. It brings something new for the distillery, right? It puts more recognition on the distillery.
Yep.
Puts recognition on the liquor store. And, we get to have fun doing it, right? We brought some people in to pick with us. We were just down there. I see Holly's on here. Holly set us up. We were just down there at World Whiskey.
Yeah.
We did a pick with them. I mean, we never thought that it was going to be like that. And here in about 3 weeks, the bottle's going to be here, and it's a highly anticipated.
That's
right?
awesome.
So it is really good.
Yeah.
So World Whiskey did us a great thing and said, come on, and took care of us like they do. Holly cooked we'll say it again, some of the best cornbread, that I think I've ever had, right? So, Trishul, if you're ever down there back in Atlanta, Go see Holly. She can make a mean cornbread. So
Holly can make some really good food. I was fortunate enough that her and her husband were kind enough to invite me over to their house, and we had a great time with those folks and others as well. But Holly's good people for sure.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, well, hey, real quick, if you could scoot out? Did you figure out a cigar?
I have one in my head that think would pair well.
Yeah. So Trishul, Derek also owns a big cigar lounge, and he's got a massive humidor. So that's kind of what we did when we decided to do this. We're like, why don't you go get a cigar?
I'm gonna go jump and grab a couple cigars.
Yeah.
We decided to let's do something different. There's lots of people out there talking about bourbon, but let's pair bourbon with cigars, and we got the cigar guy, right? So him and his cowboy hat. I don't think he stirred us wrong yet. So if you like cigars, and it kind of goes where bourbon and cigars kind of go hand in hand. That it's kind of worked for us, right? Yeah. So that's kind of our niche that we're going at. So so that's kind of where we're at. So this is a great pour. I love this a lot. I mean, this ain't gonna. We're already a quarter way through the bottle, and it's just we're the only ones who poured it. This isn't gonna last long.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of picking a barrel, in my opinion, right? I mean, and you're not going to get it right every time. There's so many factors that impact flavor on the day that you're picking a barrel, and I try to make sure that we neutralize as much as possible, and make sure that when you're picking barrels, you're consistent. I like to bring in a lot of other opinions and folks as well, right? I mean, every time we go through a barrel pick. We've got new people on the team with us. I do take some experienced folks with us, and it's not to say that the experienced folks have a better palate than the other folks, but usually when you're picking barrels with people that you have before, you can better discuss some of the flaws in a whiskey or some of the really good features in the notes that you try. And if you've got some good people to go back and forth with that on, it ends up making sure that you get a good barrel, right? But at the same time, it's equally as important to make sure that you're getting different opinions as well, because just because you like a barrel and you like some of the uniqueness of the barrel doesn't necessarily mean that the masses will love that as well. And over the years, I mean, I've developed this opinion that, if I'm able to select a barrel with the team and it's unique in its own ways, and if there's a competing barrel that probably would please the masses, I'm probably going to lean more towards selling the more unique barrel, right? Especially as we've developed our palates over the years, and as people have been following the Wolfpack, most of the people that are in the Wolfpack are folks that have been drinking whiskey for a while. They can appreciate some of the uniqueness of the barrels that are out there. They're not just looking for the next Weller antique pick or the Weller proof pick. They're looking for some of the craft whiskeys that are out there, some of the up-and-coming brands, folks that are distilling their own juice as well to really diversify some of the whiskey that they've had themselves. So, just having different opinions, having a different range of barrels that you're picking from really helps just, bring in some barrels that are unique to the market. And it's worked out pretty good for us overall.
Do you think that your philosophy on picking barrels has changed since you've been doing it so long? When you started out,
it has. Like I mentioned, probably the biggest thing that has changed is, at first maybe our philosophy would be what's going to sell the most, right? Hey, there's a hazmat barrel over there, and there's not too many hazmat barrels of this mash bill out there. Let's go ahead and does it taste good? Yes, it tastes really good. Well, there may be something that's probably a little bit below hazmat that has really good flavors and that's more enjoyable. And rewind a couple of years back, maybe that wasn't in our purview or in our thought process, but now it's like we're not letting hype dictate the barrels that we're getting. It's truly going to be, what is the best barrel that's out there, right?
Yeah, that was something that we talked about because we're new to this barrel picking game,
right?
And one of the things that we've got different palates, and it's not just the three of us on the selection team that have been involved so far. So, having people that are different, different journeys in their bourbon drinking, career experience, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's done a really good job of kind of blending, where we drink a lot more bourbon than some of the other people on our selection team. So we tend to go towards that higher proof and that more spice and the more uniqueness where,
Yep.
Other people on our team sort of reel that back a little bit and like, okay, well, this is not going to be something that, a beginner or somebody who's newer on the journey is going to appreciate. And so we've had that conversation, like how do we navigate this, this experience and bring, something that we want to share with everybody else. And so I think we've done a good job on doing that.
Yep.
But, I could go in and, like you said, we could go in and pick all hazmat stuff, and we would like that.
Right.
I like hazmat
Love the
stuff.
Right.
But, there's also a balance. Like, okay, are the people that are following us, are they going to appreciate the hazmat like we do?
Yeah.
And so for you, it sounds like, that has changed where maybe you started and you were going after what your bourbon group wanted and was into, and moved more towards what you are into rather than what's going to sell the best, right? What's going to be the most marketable. And now
and don't get me wrong, right? Selling is, you've got, in order for you to be successful. So, like I mentioned, right? I've probably just this year, picked more than 40 barrels.
Wow.
And in order to be able to do that, you do have to sell. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you've got to only pick barrels that are hype barrels or, hey, well, let me just go find, a Buffalo Trace barrel or, go pick a Buffalo Trace barrel and sell that, right? I mean, we've taken a lot of risks. I'll give you a good example of this. This right here is Olzac 18, right? 19-year Barton juice. Now, somebody might say, hey, well, you know what? You probably got hopped on to the Barton 18 or 19-year Barton train, but this, to me, is very unique whiskey. You take a sip of this, the flavors that you get out of it, it just takes you on a journey like none other, right? You can go drink some George T. Staggs, the previous releases that are there. You can go have probably the best Stag releases that are there. This right here is going to give that bottle a run for its money. And this is not cheap. This was a $429 bottle, I think, 400 and some change plus tax. We sold out of this in about, a week. And that's a big deal. You walk into a liquor store and you tell them that, hey, listen, buy a barrel that's, $429 a bottle. And they're going to say, you are out of your damn mind, get the hell out of here. But we've taken risks like this, and it's not just it's a calculated risk, right? I really felt this whiskey was very unique. The folks that tried it with me, Laz, that's our bourbon guy, they agreed. There were a couple other folks that were with us on that trip, Andy, and quite honestly, I with so many people that I bring on the barrel picks, I sometimes forget the individuals that are on each barrel pick just because they're changing every time. But the folks that are on the barrel pick, they agree that this is some very unique whiskey. We blinded this against some of the best Barton barrels that are out there and have had other people blinded against some of the best Barton barrels that are out there. There's some from Dream Spirits. There's some from other companies, Bluegrass whiskey, I think. And this always comes out on top. But again, you've got to be able to have that intuition that this is a very unique whiskey, and if folks trust your palate, trust your judgment, trust the team's judgment, they're going to go after it.
Yeah, and I think that's like, we've talked about that too, right? So we're newer. We've got a liquor store brown bag that's taking a chance on us, right? So I mean, when we are Oiled Whiskey, we did 9 different pours, and one of them was a 16-year or 19-year?
19.
A 19-year, right? Now, without a shadow of a doubt, it was a banger. It was a bottle that, no doubt. But people don't. You've done your first barrel pick or your second barrel pick out there, and people aren't going to go spend $429 because Bourbon Bros KC did their second pick, and we trust them, right? So we had to talk about that to say, we need to be competitive, right? We need to buy barrels. We need to do these that are competitive pricing, of course, because pricing right now in the bourbon and whiskey world is kind of upside down, right? So we need, like you've been doing this so long, we need to do something that they're going to trust. And we've got to build that trust. You've built that trust. You've created this that people will go, if Trishul and his team pick this thing, I want it because I know the palate and I know it. So again, everyone wants to get there, but you know we're newer and we're starting that, and I think we're doing some good picks that are priced well for people to buy. You know, I'm going to go spend $50-$60 on a bottle that is going to be a good bottle, right? I mean, and again, you start to grow as you learn and people start to trust you. So yeah, you have a good one. So hey, let's do this real quick. Let's take a pause because we want to get into your journey and everything you're doing. And Derek picked a cigar. And I've never seen this one before.
This one's been hidden in the humidor for a while. It's in there, but with all this great packaging, it should jump out at you. But it really, it's kind of a hidden gem in there.
I like it.
This is the CLE 25th anniversary. So this is made by Christian Louis Iroa, CLE. He's one of the Iroa brothers. His brother owns Aladino, which we featured on the show before.
Yes, absolutely.
Their father is the farmer who owns the farm, JRE Tobacco, in Honduras. They were the first farm in Honduras outside of Danlí. The father fled Cuba with water bottles and pockets full of seeds of true, authentic Cuban Corojo tobacco. And that's interesting because Corojo, you hear it all the time in the cigar industry, like, oh, it's Corojo tobacco. But Corojo is actually a region in Cuba, and they don't even grow tobacco there anymore. But what we're getting ready to smoke is Cuban seed Corojo tobacco, grown in Honduras, in Danlí. So we couldn't bring it in if it was true Cuban tobacco, grown in Cuba. But this is grown in Honduras, and this is a great cigar. The packaging is beautiful.
It is. It's very cool.
Very good-looking cigar. CLE Iroa cigars.
So you've talked about this before about, they took seeds from Cuba, filled their pockets. I mean, that over a certain amount of time, it no longer becomes just a Cuban seed, right?
Right. So the way that the industry works is you get 7 generations out of that plant. So you plant the seeds, you take seeds from, let's say, Nicaragua, and you bring them here to Kansas City. And you grow the seed from Nicaragua in Kansas City soil, right? That's something that can happen. There is tobacco grown around here. We could do that. For that first generation, it's Nicaraguan seed. It's Nicaraguan tobacco grown in Kansas City. You wouldn't call it Nicaraguan tobacco, but it's Nicaraguan seed.
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
The second generation, so you harvest all the seeds from those plants. You can plant those seeds. That's Nicaraguan tobacco grown in Kansas City. The third, fourth, fifth generation's the same. At the end of the 7th generation, this is now Kansas City tobacco. It's no longer associated with Nicaragua. There's too many changes, too many factors affecting that seed. It's no longer Nicaraguan at that point, and it's Kansas City tobacco. So this is Cuban seed, sometime in the mid 60s, right? So the embargo started in 1962. I'm not sure exactly what year they fled Cuba, but they fled Cuba. They took seeds from the Corojo region. They planted them in in Honduras, and these are within that first generation, or the first 7 generations of that plant. Now, tobacco seeds are very, very small. So in a water bottle, you could have a lot of seeds. I mean, they're like poppy seeds, similar to that size. So, I think they said last time I was down there, they said they have a few hundred years worth of authentic Corojo seeds
still
left, and they have a huge farm.
Wow.
But they're not going to be running out anytime soon. But this is a Honduran Puro using that real Corojo tobacco.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and cut it.
Well, that's one thing. I forgot my cutter. So.
I brought a cutter. I'm using the Lotus Meteor.
I tried to steal that last week.
I know, it's a cool cutter. It's a perfect cutter, so it won't let you cut off too much.
Okay. Maybe. Almost. Maybe. Maybe.
You didn't even empty it.
Hey now.
Smells like barnyard.
I don't know. Is barnyard good?
I think it is. And when I get that barnyard smell and especially the taste on the cold draw.
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm gonna
That's
like
like
it.
smelling some Rickhouse funk in bourbon.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
And Trishul doesn't smoke cigars, so he's an all bourbon guy.
It's like ginger snap cookies on a
Yeah.
cold draw.
It is.
Yeah,
Wow, and I love ginger snap.
I do too. So I picked this because Corojo has this interesting spice, and I think that it's like a sweet spice. I think it's going to pair really well with this, and this is going to be a strong enough cigar that it's going to hold up to the proof. It's not going to be washed out by the proof, but it's not so overpowering and dark and rich that it's going to overpower the whiskey. I think it's going to be a good drink. I haven't tried it yet, so let's try it. Let's try it out.
I was ahead of the game.
So Trishul, so how long? Here, I'll sit you back. How long have you been exactly doing this? Here, this is a double question. So, and I know you pick for liquor stores, right? But do you also pick for the club, the group that's part of the Degenerate Wolfpack?
I do. There are certain barrels that if I feel like, hey, you know what, there's a good chance that the group is going to be able to just consume all of it. I'll just release it. We've done that for a few different picks, right? This Old Zach was one of them. Old Rick, 18-year double oaked American light whiskey was a couple of other barrel picks that we did that were kind of group exclusive. Maybe there are some of the stores, they want to save some back for the customers, which is a damn good thing to do in my opinion, especially if you've got a good store that you're working with. And so we'll hold back some cases for the stores to make sure that their top customers get some of the barrel picks. But we've done some group exclusive picks before as well. I know somebody in the chat just asked, I was monitoring it on the side, but what is Trishul's next big pick? So I would say I'm always on the hunt for the next best barrel, right? And it doesn't matter who the producer is, but I try to go for some of the most unique barrels out there. Some of the Wolfpack picks that we just recently picked that are yet to come is we picked 3 different barrels at Preservation Distillery.
Oh, wow.
We picked a Rare Perfection 10. We picked a Cock of the Walk. And there's a story behind that. And then also we picked a Super Freak barrel as well. We took a team of folks up there. We picked a couple of Penelope Private Select barrels, 11-year MGP. One barrel coming to Georgia, the other one going to Florida. We picked a couple of Old Forester barrels. Both of those are going to Florida. We called it Sweet and Sassy because they were complete opposite. One was from the lowest floor. The second one was from the highest floor. And you would think that the one in the highest floor was sassy and the lowest one was sweet. It was the exact opposite.
Wow.
So yeah, those are some of the barrel picks that are on the horizon. Barrel picks that we haven't done yet. Got a Willet pick coming up. We're going to pick a bourbon and a rye here in October, right when things start cooling down at Willet Distillery. We're going to pick a purple top and a green top, right, for folks that aren't familiar with Willet. And so looking forward to that. Willet is definitely a distillery that has made some very unique whiskey over the years with their mash bill, their OG mash bill specifically. They've got some other mash bills as well. Their high rye bourbon, their low rye. There's some of the weeded stuff that they've had and source stuff as well. But I'm a big OG mash bill fan. So looking forward to seeing what Willet has in store. We also will be doing a Silk Velvet pick pretty soon. We've got a couple of barrels of Dark Arts that we picked with Sarah that haven't hit the stores yet, but will soon. We've got a couple of Hard Truth barrels, Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye barrels, and a bourbon barrel that hasn't hit yet, which will hit the stores in Georgia and Florida soon.
Do you think it's getting easier to get into certain distilleries now with the state of bourbon, or is it nothing's changed?
I feel like the your big name distilleries are still operating the same way.
Okay.
I honestly feel like at some point there's going to be a correction in the sense that I'm not talking about bourbon market
Sure.
guys. I'm not here to talk about, hey, well, when will the bubble bust? Has the bubble already busted? Are we seeing it? But I'm talking about, the way that traditional distilleries have approach barrel picks is in a very commercial manner. NDPs have given, I think, folks a run for their money, especially given the unique experience that you can get at an NDP. I'll give you an example: Hard Truth. If you haven't picked a barrel of Hard Truth, good God, that is an experience to have. It is very different from picking barrels at Buffalo Trace, where you're in and out within, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I'm talking barrel picking time, not necessarily the tour time. But it's very, very unique experience, right? These guys roll out the red carpet for the pick team. They feed you lunch, and it's not about the perks that you get. It's about the hospitality that they show,
Absolutely,
and how much it means to them for you to pick a barrel with them, right? That's a big deal, and you can see it. You go to Ben Holiday, good God, I mean, the experience over there is second to none. I was just talking with Mark from Ben Holiday. He texted me yesterday. He did a blind, and there's one of the picks that we did. We picked about 5 barrels at Ben Holiday. There's one lone wolf that we picked. It was the only Missouri straight bourbon that we picked, and he had blinded that with a few other picks. And this is 2 years after, right? He texted me. He's like, "Hey, your pick took it across all the other ones that were there." And I was like, "Hey, man, thanks for giving me a sign to visit that pick back again, because it's been a while."
That's awesome.
But I think there's a level of realization that's going to come to these big name distilleries that they're going to have to change the way they do barrel picks. Make it more accessible. They're going to have to make it more intimate, I think, just like some of these NDPs have been doing. Yeah. Hard Truth, I mentioned. Dark Arts was an amazing experience, right? You go there, and the amount of different options that you have to try is insane. And I've walked away from many distilleries before just because we didn't necessarily like the samples. Nothing against the distillery. We were probably just there at the wrong time. All the great barrels were probably picked. Maybe there were a lot of flaws in the ones that were remaining. I don't know, but you've got to be able to walk away from a barrel pick once you get into picking barrels.
Well, just that's just like when we went to World Whiskey. I mean, it was like the red carpet, right? I mean, gave us the full reign. I mean, we actually, when we did our pick that day, then Holly fed us. And then we actually did our Tuesday night live from the distillery. They opened up the distillery, and we sat there in that big room, with the 4 boys, the Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp behind us sign, and we did our live from there. So that, again, they opened it up to where we can't wait to come back again, right? I mean, obviously, you don't go every pick there, but they make it. The hospitality was just amazing, right? And the same thing with Gunners for us. I mean, they have been just open the doors. I mean, they're 2 hours south of here, and they're like, we're going to transfer the barrel, from the barrel to the finished barrel. Come on down, and we're the ones, we were holding the pump. We did the transfer, right? So you're right. I mean, it's when you're doing a pick like that, the experience alone is worth it, right?
Yeah.
As long as you find something you like. So no, that was definitely.
There's a question from the chat. You've done a lot of barrel picks now. What is the unicorn of the bourbon world? Is there somebody that you really want to go pick a barrel with that you haven't yet, or have you hit the spots that, is there any one distillery that like, oh, I've got to go hit that and I haven't done it yet?
I don't look at it in terms of distillery. I look at it in terms of finding that next unicorn barrel, right? It can come from any distillery, especially now that there's a lot of NDPs in play. Mm-hmm. One of the things I've noticed is a lot of these NDPs, they're sourcing barrels from the same folks, right? Like, for example, right, when Wild Turkey barrels were released, they were released in masses to everyone, right? Now, who got the best barrels, right? You got to know some of these NDPs that really take time and have connections that taste through some of these barrels before accepting them, and not just get, some of the bottom of the barrel or bottom of the crop that might be out there, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, it's about finding the next best barrel, especially now that there are a lot of NDPs that are out there. From a distillery standpoint, are there specific mash bills that I'd like to go and find? Preservation Distillery is definitely one of them where, we picked a few barrels over there. I want to pick an 18-year very old St. Nick, Notorious. And then, if given the opportunity, sometime maybe pick a you know, 17-year, you know, some similar to like St. Hood or Nirvana, right? With some Stitzelweller whiskey in there from back in the day. Maybe that's vatted or whatnot. I don't even know that that's going to be possible. But you know, whatever flavors that are in that Nirvana, that St. Hood, to me, that's like Michter's 20 level stuff. And it would be pretty cool to be able to pick a barrel that gives me some of those flavors, right?
Yeah, I mean, do you see again? You know, there's so many now craft distillers. Like someone put up here, you know, there's a Art of the Spirits, you know, pick coming. You did a Art of the Spirits pick. Richard is, I mean, what he does, you know, what he's about. His stuff is absolutely amazing. In fact, they just got distribution in Kansas.
Yep.
Here just a couple months ago, right? So some limited bottles, but still, it's for Kansas. I mean, you go to Missouri and it's
the Wild West.
It is the Wild West. You come to Kansas and it is, I mean, you know, they hold you down, right? The man's holding you down,
Right.
so it's very difficult. But for Art of the Spirits to get into Kansas, it's that's a big deal, right? Because again, Richard puts out he has a great juice. He has
Right.
a great cause. So you know, you've done a pick there. Is that correct?
I have, yeah. We picked 3 different barrels
Oh,
from Art of the Spirits that they're still figuring out distribution in Georgia.
yes.
So that's the current holdup. They're able to release the Florida barrels at any time, and I was like, hey, well, it'd be good to release both of them at the same time because we've got folks across Florida and Georgia that are there, and it would be good to release both of them at the same time. So I think that's the only holdup right now. But we picked some again, you know, going after the most unique barrel. Richard did send some amazing, unique whiskeys. I mean, he sent about 12 different samples from, you know, stuff that was 7 years in age all the way to 14, 15 years in age. And we did a blind pick. People didn't even know. I got about 8 or 9 folks together in the Georgia area, and we had put a brown paper across all the bottles to a point where folks couldn't read any of the, or even get a hint for what the samples were. I transferred the samples into a different bottle and then put brown paper around them so people wouldn't know what the hell they're trying,
Wow.
right? And so we did a completely blind pick, and folks were blown away by the flavors that they got, right? And when I did the reveal, I mean, you can look through my Instagram. There, you might find some of the videos that folks have put out that show the reveal that we did. But if you were just in the room and you felt, you know, the energy that was there once they found out that, oh, this is Art of the Spirits, a brand that some of them had never even heard about, and holy crap, this thing does not drink like it's 154 proof. Wow. Drinks like it's in the 130s. I didn't even disclose any of the proof to anyone, right? That right there is the art of picking really good whiskey barrels. It's, you know, blinding everything and really getting everyone's, you know, flavor profile and understanding what they like, what they don't like. And so that was a pretty fun project.
Yeah, it is cool.
Now you talked about you've already done over 40 this year. I mean, how many do you normally do in a year? Because, you know, if I were to search you up, which, you know, obviously we've done some background stuff to say, hey, just so we know what to talk about. You know, you're the barrel king, right? I mean, you're called the barrel king. I don't know if it's self-proclaimed, but again, from what we're trying here, there's no doubt. So how many do you think you do in a year?
So I think about, you know, last couple of years it's picked up a little bit. I've been working closely with Andy and AJ, like I mentioned, from McFarland Wine and Spirits, Georgia Liquor Barn, Shores as well. They've got a lot of locations that are opening up. If you one of the things that and again, going back to what you said about Barrel King, the person that started with that whole thing was Laz, that Suburban guy. He's somebody that comes with me on most of the picks that I do, and you will understand why that is once you meet the guy, because he is one of the most genuine people that are out there. If you've spent some time with him, his wife, you hear about their story, about what Laz had growing up, where he is at now in life, you are inspired, right? And then you pair that with his passion and love for whiskey and just the vibe that he brings at his age. I always, tell him that, hey, when I get to your age, I want to have the same energy that you have, right? And so I joke with him all the time. But he's the one that came up with that whole Barrel King thing, and then I guess it picked up, and a lot of other folks have mentioned that. That's one thing I would say is that you meet a lot of folks in this journey, and that's what's fun about it.
So I actually spoke with him today. We were texting back and forth today because I have a bottle of his. I have a bottle that Rare Character that has the bourbon guy on there. So we talked about doing the same thing with him on here sometime in September possibly, and getting him on here and then him do the same thing, right? Because again, it's a community, right? And the more we know about the people in the community, there's a lot of respect in the community, and we're all looking for the same thing. I mean, just enjoy, create some good bourbon, and have fun doing it, right? And meet the good people of this community.
Yeah. So, yeah, and going back to your question about the number of barrel picks, right? I mean, there's a time where just to keep count of how many barrel picks we're doing, I was keeping count per se. I started even the group and started listing out some of the barrels that have dropped or haven't dropped. And, I realized that this hobby takes away time from your family so much.
Right.
That you need to be mindful of that because if you're not, then that's time that you're selfishly, taking for your hobby and taking away from your kids. I've got a 8-year-old and 11-year-old, and I've got to be very mindful of balancing my time with them because I don't want to be that dad that just because he loves whiskey, he's spending more time picking barrels and doing that. So I think, if I were to say from a trend standpoint, I picked a lot of barrels last year and came to the realization that, this is I don't get paid to pick barrels. I don't get a cut from the stores. I do it because it's a hobby. I do it because it's a passion. And so it was putting a hurting on the wallet because every time you go pick some barrels, especially if you don't do it in an organized manner, you're going and, you got hotel costs, you got, you're buying bottles when you go to Kentucky all the time. You want to get that next release at Bardstown. You want to get that next release at Michter's, stand in line, do your bottle your own, all that good stuff. I realize that it's really taking away from my money and the time for my family. So this year I've slowed down a little bit, right? The 40 or 50 barrels that I've picked so far, I would say historically, if I had about 10 different barrel picks lined up in the next couple months, now that's probably down to about 3 or 4 just because I want to make sure I'm mindful about the time that I spend in the hobby and in the profession. And and make sure I'm mindful of the time that I'm spending with my family.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too because my children are grown, but someone in the cowboy hat has 4 young daughters, right? So I mean, and he also owns a business, and he has this, he has a bar, he has a speakeasy, he has a cigar lounge, right? So we always have to be very okay. If we're gonna do this, we're going out on a Monday, we're doing Tuesday, we'll be back Wednesday afternoon, right? Because again, it does take a lot of time and. Great, you're out there having a lot of fun. You hit a couple distilleries, you hit a couple liquor stores, but it's time away, right?
It's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time. So we'll never get to that Trishul number, but we're having a good time doing it, and obviously growing it and trying to be part of that community. So
we might get there someday.
And again, it's not about the number, guys, right? It's about just having a good time while you're picking the barrels.
Absolutely, the quality.
I guess I'm fortunate, and it's a curse at the same time. Like I mentioned, if it takes time away from your family, but Shores is a big chain, right? They've got a lot of locations in Northeast Florida, and in order to keep that relationship and make sure that you're able to help influence their barrel pick program, you take on some risks and try to make sure you're getting the best barrels there, and you want to do that for any opportunity that they get for picking barrels, right? And so I try to do justice to that as well because I've got a good relationship with them. I've got a good relationship with McFarland Wine and Spirits, Georgia Liquor Barn, and I want to do justice to that relationship as well, right? So you just got to be a little bit mindful of that. Is one thing that I've learned now that I've picked so many barrels and have been doing this for some time. One of the questions that I just saw pop up on the chat that I want to talk about is, does Trishul have a pre-pick motto or ritual when picking barrels for a group primer on what they're picking? I do. So one of the things that I like to do is I take some of the best picks that we've done and make sure that the folks that are on the pick team try that before they go and pick some of the samples that are made available to that pick team, right? So, for example, we just picked a couple of Four Roses barrels, And the way that we started out that pick is I had a Willem Weller from 2020. It was my birthday as well, guys. So that was another reason why there were some really cool bottles out there. But 2020 Willem Weller, I took Buckner's barrel number 74, which has been pretty well renowned as the one of the best barrels that I've picked, along with the Olzak 18 and a Frey Ranch pick that came in at about 139 proof, one of the first ones that we had done. And so I usually make sure that the folks have had a chance to try some of those before they go and try the samples that are up there. Now you got to be careful because you don't want everybody's palate to be shot, right?
Correct.
Before they go in, and Four Roses usually has like 10 different options for you to pick from. So you got to be mindful of how much that they're tasting, because you don't want to just go and give everybody an ounce because their palate's going to be shot by the time they get to probably the best barrel that's offered to them. But that's typically what I do, right? I usually let people in on what I consider some of the best barrels that are out there. I try to make sure that, try to see if they align with that and then go from there. And I'm always open to people that don't think that it's the best barrel, right? I mean, that's what's cool about, getting constructive criticism, because everything that I feel like is good, if everyone's just going to, go on that bandwagon, then, you're not going to find the best barrel, right? You got to be open to constructive criticism. You got to be open to, identifying some of the flaws that other people see in the whiskey that you select, and, just try to find the next best barrel when it's available.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely it takes time, and it takes, you're doing it the right way, right? There's obviously, and it's, look, we're starting to get this goes down so good. And I will say this, with the cigar, you again,
good pairing.
Oh my goodness, good pairing. It brought out flavors in the bourbon, in the rye that was I hadn't picked up before, right? So, it was definitely, it sweetened it up a little bit on the palate.
Yeah,
for sure. It took the spice away, but for the cigar too, it was it's such an easy smoker too.
Yeah.
Right? So, because is this more of a full body, medium body?
This is going to be medium plus. So.
Yeah. So it made the cigar even a good. It
mellowed it out.
Mellowed it off.
Yeah.
So both of them, this was a great pairing, without a doubt. So.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Honduran tobacco, and when I tried this whiskey, that smooth, sweet spice, it just reminded me of Honduran Corojo tobacco. That's what went to my head, and so that's what I picked. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out.
So, I guess knowing your story. So, how many are in your club? How many are a part of the Wolfpack, right?
So we've got about 430 members in the Degenerate Wolfpack Facebook group, and I've always been of the opinion that I'm not looking for, just insane growth, right? I don't want just people to join the group in order to buy bottles. So I've kept it to where folks can invite individuals that they know, keep it a tight-knit group, and only do it by word of mouth. And by word of mouth, we've grown to 430 members.
Wow.
It's not an open group. There's a questionnaire you got to fill out. If there is anybody on this live that wants to join the Degenerate Wolfpack Facebook group, go on there, answer the questions. You can put me down as a sponsor, and I'll happily let you guys in. So feel free to join it. But it's not, I don't go out there promoting the Wolfpack Facebook group. I do promote some of the picks that we do because they end up at the stores. People can go buy them at the stores. If folks ask me, I do let them in on, hey, here's how we usually distribute some of these picks, and they can join if it piques their interest. But I'm very intentional about people asking about it, rather than going out and saying, hey, I've never made a video to date where I talk about, hey, join the Degenerate Wolfpack Facebook group, right?
Right.
Because I really believe that, hey, you know what, Mike, if you and I are in the group together, you enjoy the content that's in the group, and you enjoy the whiskey, there's no reason why you're not going to invite, any of your friends that are in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If Frankie asked if I'm under the weather, so I'm just, I'm kind of a little in awe. I mean, I've been following you for probably the beginning of my journey, right? So to have you on with us, and it's just, it's kind of, I'll say an honor, right? Because it's a growth where we are, right? I mean, you're willing to come and talk with us and, you know, about what we are, and we're learning from your journey, right? And we got to look at those same things as we start to try to grow too, right? So no, it's good. So
what I say is, man, come by my house whenever you're around. Let's have some pours together.
Absolutely.
A lot of folks have come by the Wolfpack Basement Bar. You know, we've had a lot of good whiskey, shared stories. I'm just a normal guy like you are.
Yeah.
You know, on a whiskey journey, right, of its own. Each one of us have stories that we can share with each other, and talk just about life in general, right? Life's too short to, you know, spend it by yourself. So I always like to have friends around. And hey, I appreciate you as much as you appreciate me.
Yeah, I mean, when we were down in Kentucky, you know, we were down there tasting some stuff, and the three of us, and I'm sitting in, you know, we're sitting in line, and we're like probably 400 in line.
Yeah.
And I look at the front of the line, I'm like, there's Trishul. I got to go talk to him, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we saw you a couple times walking around Kentucky that day, you know.
Yep.
So that was super cool. So that's when we started talking about this. So
Yeah.
you know, even like this. I mean, I'm watching on the chat. You know, Georgia Bourbon guy. We met. I did a pick for 2 bottles down in World Whiskey. You know, for a charity, and you know, I met Georgia Bourbon guy, and I follow him, and you know, again, it's a good community. Everybody's kind of in it for the same thing. You know, trying to just have a good time, and you meet good people, right? So that's kind of what this is about. So that was.
Look at that.
Cool
I
people
haven't been paying attention to some of the names, but Georgia Bourbon guy, Frankie Bourbon, you know, John Coleman, you know, I know all of those guys, and I've interacted with them in some way, shape, or form over the years. So I'm happy
all
that
good people,
folks
good
tuned
people,
in.
right? So
Yeah, good people.
Yeah, it's cool. You got Heine in there, whoop whoop. So, you know, again,
Jaime's in there too. Okay.
they're from all over the country, right? So it's very cool. So,
What was your first barrel pick you did?
oh, there you go.
The first barrel pick was short barrel.
Okay. Oh, you mentioned that. Yeah.
And what'd you pick?
What was it?
So we had done some beam barrels back in the day so I before the Wolfpack started, I'd picked some barrels for Georgia Bourbon community. And I was lucky enough to be able to pick some barrels as a part of that. And that's when I heard about the brand Short Barrel and really enjoyed the experiences that we had there. And then that's, you know, like I mentioned, the guy that owns Shores, he's a good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've drank some whiskey with him. You know, we've talked about just whiskey in general. He's been over to my house, and I was at his, and I just told him, I was like, hey, you know, I know you have a bunch of locations. We need to do a short barrel pick for that. He's like, hey, let's do it. And so I quickly got with Clint and team, and we organized that. And this was going to be the first short barrels in Florida, because they didn't have distribution at the time set up for Florida. And so that became a thing after that, right? It's like, okay, bringing a new brand, bringing it to Florida was, all right, hey, well, now you're letting people know. People had heard in Florida about short barrels, some of the folks that were really into whiskey and that were following different forums or that were on social media, but most of the folks didn't know what short barrel was. And so, you know, I'm on a lot of the local bourbon groups, and I'll talk a little bit about them and other barrel picks that I've done. And we brought in short barrel, and it was a pretty big success. You know, less than 4 months later, you know, there was another barrel that we really liked that short barrel had put aside that we were talking about bringing back to the market. We then did one of the first honey finishes. You did a bee's knees pick, bee's knees 3 at the time. We did a bee's knees 4. All of that ended up at Shores in Florida.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So it's you know, I was on the phone today. We're figuring out getting our barrel and our pick from World Whiskey to Kansas, and they did tell me today that this will be the first single barrel pick from World Whiskey Society in Kansas.
Huh. Wow.
So this will be the very first one, right? So, I mean, you know, you see the bottles out there. You know, you got their cool bottles. They got the cool lids. You know, but to have the first barrel pick coming into Kansas for World Whiskey,
that's cool.
That's pretty cool, right? So
see that's how you educate a lot of store owners, right? Yeah. Because not every store owner is as involved with brands as probably like, you know, McFarland Wine Spirits, Georgia Liquor Bar and Shores and those guys, right? There's a lot of mom and pop stores out there that really just don't know where to get started from a store pick standpoint, that they don't mind taking the risk They just need to know that there's somebody out there that's looking out for them, right? And
Correct.
so, bringing in new brands to, like you mentioned, to KC, like World Whiskey Society, that you and I know has sold very well in Georgia, has sold well in Florida. That goes a long way for the state that you're bringing it into, and that to me has been big, right? Ben Holiday, we brought the first picks in. The Wolfpack picks were first for Georgia and Florida. That we selected. We did the same thing with Frey Ranch. Frey Ranch was actually sold online to Florida from Frey Ranch at one point, but none of the stores ever had a pick. We brought in the first Frey Ranch pick to Florida. We did the same thing with Short Barrel, like I mentioned. There's a lot of other brands that we did the same thing for, and you just build some really good relationships with these distributors, especially if you've got some good friends that you're working with at the stores. They trust you, and one success story just leads to another.
Yeah, it's been very cool. We're excited for that. So,
what was the whiskey that got you into, like, what was the bourbon that got you into bourbon? You talked about being into Scotch and then Japanese whiskeys, but what was the bourbon that got you, like, okay, I get it. This is what I.
So I'll answer that question a little bit differently, right? It wasn't necessarily a particular bourbon. It was Japanese whiskey opened my mind to more sweeter profiles. Because if you've had Japanese whiskey, it's a little bit more sweeter, in my opinion, than Scotch. And so Japanese whiskey is what got me into bourbon. And because the sweetness, once you start liking the sweetness, you'll start looking more for it. Yep. Then you try the blends, then you try the Wellers, the Buffalo Traces, all the hype bottles, right? Where you start getting some of that sweetness. The Eagle Rares, the E.H. Taylors, the Woodford Reserves. And next thing you know, you're looking for that flavor, and then you start hunting proof, right? Sweetness is out of the way. Now you're like, okay, how do I appreciate some of the proof that's going on? You go from 90 proof to 100 proof to 114 proof to now you're in the 120s. Shit, now you're in hazmats, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the way that I progressed into American whiskey and bourbon, was just by traveling with that sweetness that I liked in Japanese whiskey. Nika straight from the barrel. I don't know. So that was Nika straight from the barrel was one of the first whiskeys that I really enjoyed. Japanese whiskey, it's barrel strength, and it was pretty good stuff. And that's what kind of opened my mind about trying bourbon and more sweeter profiles.
One more kind of off the wall question. What's your favorite pour you've ever had? Your favorite whiskey you've ever tried?
Oh my. That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question.
I don't know that I can answer it either, but
let me talk about. Let me break that up into two different portions, if you don't mind. I'll talk one about some of the more unicorn whiskeys that I've tried, that I feel like are just phenomenal, and then I'll talk secondly about barrel picks that I feel like will give these unicorns a run for their money, right? So let's talk about unicorns for a change. But so if you look up top here, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a Michter's 20 up there. That's my third Michter's 20 bottle. I probably have a couple more inside, but Michter's 20 to me is, I know it's an expensive bottle. I know it's going to be tough to find it below, at retail anywhere. But if you get a chance to try some Michter's 20, if you are curious about what it tastes like, spend that money and just try it, right? Try it. Make sure your palate is neutral. Make sure you didn't have anything sweet before or anything spicy. Try it if you are in a whiskey journey where you're really trying to learn the flavors. Michter's 20 is definitely one of those unicorn whiskeys for me that is going to be tough to beat, right? A couple others that I really put up there with it, the Booker's 2016 Rye. That's somewhere over here. Forgive me if my camera's not tracking along, but somewhere over there, 2016 Ellie Rye, phenomenal rye whiskey. And the way that I get into this is crazy, right? Somebody will send me a 1 ounce sample, and they're very generous people, but I cuss them out afterwards because, once I've tried that sample, I want to get a bottle. And the only way to get that bottle is by dropping a lot of money, right? So that's the beauty of this community, and that's the curse of this community as well. Right. Once you try some good whiskey, you want to get your hands on it, right? So those are two bottles to me that are just like phenomenal whiskeys, right? I'll put probably, like I mentioned, Preservation Distillery. They've had some 17-year, 18-year releases that somebody has sent me. Very generous individual. I'm not going to name them on live without their permission, but guys sent me about 9, 10, 11 different samples of preservation stuff that has been released, and this was to help prep me for the pick that I was going on, right? Wow. So that again, going back to that whole question around, hey, how do I prime my palate before going there? I took some time and I really dove into those whiskeys, understood the flavor profile, and leveraged that to see if that matched up with what we're going to try at the distillery itself, right? But those are some things that I consider like, all right, top-notch whiskey. With that, you also have some lower age stuff like Wild Turkey 8101, 1989. I've got different Wild Turkey barrels up there from different years that are not barrels, but releases. Wild Turkey 8101. I've got some of their porcelain, their ceramic turkeys that they have. I've collected quite a few of those over the years. You'll probably see them all around here somewhere up top. But those are some of the, when you talk about unique whiskey, the lower barrel entry proof that Wild Turkey used to do before that made it very unique is just phenomenal, right? So that's something that I consider top tier whiskey. Now, talk a little bit about barrel picks, right? This thing right here, one of the best barrels that I've come across, Buckner's 15. It's Buff Turkey. This one is actually one of the barrels that we selected for McFarland Wine Spirits and Georgia Liquor Barn. But this one is about 130 proof. Barrel number 74, a sister barrel, that was a very, very short barrel. About 72 bottles or so were released in that, and the pig team gobbled up that entire barrel. Laz and I were a part of that pig team, and we basically committed that whatever the pig team doesn't pick up, Laz and I will split it at the end. And I think both me and him ended up with at least a couple cases of these at once the pig team got done picking up those bottles. And now we're down to maybe about, I have probably the most amount of bottles because I've got about 3 bottles remaining of that barrel number 74, but also have some of the barrel 75 and a couple other barrels that we had selected. But this to me is phenomenal whiskey. It will give any higher age whiskey a run for its money. Again, going back to hunting the barrel, this is one of those barrels that when you hunt and you find the right barrel, it's going to pay dividends and it's going to match up any of these unicorns that you'll get at some of these distilleries. But that's one of them. The other one, obviously, I've talked a little bit about the Old Zach. I've got this, Frey Ranch 139 proof pick that we did. This was a hit. It sold out within 3 days. Near Hazmat, again, it sold out for the hype, but, I'm also a part of Frey Ranch friends and a couple other Frey Ranch nuts groups, and a lot of folks, just feedback that I got on that pick was that it was one of the best picks that was there. And the funny thing is, that's one of the picks where I wasn't even part of that pick. I had selected individuals that were that I knew would help guide the pick team quite well, and we gave a lot of other folks an opportunity to be a part of that pick at Shores in Jacksonville, and they picked a banger. And so credit doesn't go to me on that particular Wolfpack pick. It is a Wolfpack pick because I put together that pick team and organized all of that, but it was not my palate that selected that banger. I did agree with their selection afterwards. I make sure that, once, the team gets selecting it, that I have final say whether we're to move forward with it or not, just to make sure there wasn't anything else that's just off-putting about it. But that one, hands down, was one of the best barrels that we've ever selected, and I wasn't even part of that pick team.
Yeah, there's some questions. So even Jerry talked about, the one you had outside World Whiskey parking lot, right? So if you remember that, obviously Jerry does.
Barrel 74 was one of the ones that I had outside, and we killed that bottle. It got passed around at World Whiskey Society when we were there, and I was happy to share with folks that really enjoy whiskey, right? And so that thing went on secondary for a lot of money, but it's really good whiskey. It's really good whiskey.
If you know, you know, right? That type of thing.
If you know, you know.
So Tom asked, and I guess it's just it's palate, right? Because he said, why do some people just not like bourbon? I mean, if you don't like the hot or the spice, right? Or, I've given I've given somebody a pour of I have a 16-year the Frankie bottle, right? And I gave someone a pour of this, and they're like, "Oh, it's like gasoline," and I'm like, "Gasoline? That's a 17-year buff turkey, right? That's not gasoline. That is." So I guess it's just a palate choice, right? I mean,
Right.
if you're a
So
wine
I'm
drinker,
I'm going to talk about 17-year buff turkey in just a second because I want to make sure we talk a little bit about that. But going back to the topic about what is, why is it that people like or dislike certain things? And, it's all about your palate. It's all about, and I'll give you an example, a simplified example. If you are an individual that has traveled the world, or it doesn't necessarily have to be the world, if you've traveled America, right, gone to different states, you appreciate the different culture that's there. I'll give a real quick just snippet, right? People say the South is the most racist, right? I was a brown guy raised in the South, and I have nothing but positive things to say about the high school I was in. My parents, just like any other Indian immigrants, they own gas stations. But, I'm not going to focus on the negative. There's 99% positive that's out there, and it's all about your perception. If you're exposed to different cultures, if you can appreciate it, you will develop, a like for different cultures. It's the same thing with your palate, right? The same thing with food, right? You try different foods, you work your way into trying different foods. If you're just in your own lane and that's the bandwagon you want to be on, that's great and that works for you, but that's not going to diversify your palate. It's not going to make you appreciate different perspectives.
Yeah.
You travel the United States, you travel the world, you appreciate different cultures, you appreciate different foods. You appreciate different whiskey. The more you try whiskey, the more you're able to find what people appreciate about that whiskey, right? And so I think that, it's just a matter of you getting more into the journey and trying different whiskeys. I didn't like the first Detling bottle I tried. Hell, I was very disappointed because I got my first bottle of Detling off of secondary, and I was like, what the hell is this? A year later, somebody's like, you need to try that Gold Top. And I'm like, what is that? And he sent me a sample of it. I was like, holy shit, I need a bottle of this. And my palate's diversified. I've tried many different things since the first time that I tried Detling. So it's all about how many whiskeys you tried. Are you able to be open-minded enough to appreciate different flavors that other folks appreciate? And with that, there are different cultures that you're interacting with. It's like bringing friends together too, right? You interact with different people. You may not like everything about that individual, but if you can appreciate, what they bring to the table, then you're going to build a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one person asked, how do you, seems like pick teams sometimes are kind of, they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's always it's not always the same people, but you kind of keep in the same neighborhood, right? How do people get into how do people get or learn or develop into getting onto a pick team, right? Or learning that. So how do you?
So it's not.
How do you?
It's
how
not
do you
at all
select
about
people that? Right?
Say that again. Sorry.
How would you select? Like, if you're going to do a pick team and you want different types of people, I mean, you got to trust their palate too, right? I mean, there's got to be.
So no, I don't pick folks based on their palate because that makes me a judgmental person, right?
Sure.
That I'm not able to be open to their palate or what they may appreciate, and they may have a very valid point of view on what they like or what they dislike, and that's okay, right? It's okay to have differences. Competition is a good thing in a free market, right? So the more conflicting points of view that you bring in, the more you talk about it, the more better, in my opinion, the whiskey you're going to end up selecting. Because if somebody feels strongly about something and they voice that opinion, you're either going to get on and understand what they're saying, or you're going to say, hey, you know what? No, I'm good. I understand what you're saying, but this truly, to me, is the better option, right? So there have been many picks where, I'll make the executive decision, say, hey, we're not going to go with that. This is what we're going to go with based off of input feedback from others, based off of my own feedback or my own input, right? But the way that I select pick teams is I try to see who is active in the community, right? Whether that's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube, and I try to get a good mix of folks, right, that are active in Instagram and YouTube, I want to make sure that the stores are well represented and they get their, 5 minutes of fame as well, right? So I do try to pick folks that are going to get their name out there a little bit. And I never preach anybody to say, hey, listen, I want you to call out Degenerate Wolfpack or whatnot. The bottle's going to do that by itself, right? If they like the whiskey, it's going to have my logo on it and folks will like it, right?
Correct.
But I do mention that, hey, the only reason why we're able to come to these picks is because of the stores, Shores, McFarland Wine and Spirits, Georgia Liquor Barn. And we at least need to be at a point where we can say, hey, listen, we're thankful for this opportunity because, we're able to go on this pick. And, if you want to try it, go to these locations and you'll be able to find the pick there.
Yeah.
But the way that I pick my team is I want to get local folks as well, along with people from the YouTube, Instagram community as well. So you get a well-rounded pick team. Ultimately, I will have the final say on which whiskey we select. But if you've been on any pick with me, you will know that the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking notes, flavor notes of what everybody's getting. I'm going to combine that with my notes and get everyone's opinion on what do they like, what do they not like, and just try to get the best barrel that there is. If somebody feels strongly about, hey, not selecting this barrel, why? Why is it that, right? Why is it that my opinion is different than yours? Let's talk about it. Let's bring one of the best managers I had said that, if you're in a disagreement with someone, get together in the same room, get all the liars together in the same room and talk about it. That's the way you're going to move forward, right?
Absolutely. So you have our email, so we'll be waiting on we'll be waiting on the email to show up, right?
Let's do it.
So, no, you know what? Let's do something real quick too. We have, again, you talk about teams and you talk about people picking good barrels. So
Yeah.
let's talk about this bottle real quick, right? So we had Connor on. He started a club here in Miami. Miami County is the county we kind of live in. Miami County, Johnson County. He started a Miami County Whiskey Society, and they've done a couple picks. They have a liquor store that represents them, and they represent them well, and it's been good. So this Saturday they just had a Union Horse. Union Horse is a Kansas distillery. They don't source; they distill all their own products. Smaller distillery. They put out some really good juice, and they went and picked and I think Connor's still on here, hopefully. They a Union Horse. They did a straight rye whiskey. It's 123.04 proof. So this will be one of those that that'll handshake, right? So look forward to it. So we told them we would try this tonight. We were going to pop it live, but it's kind of like your bottle, right? It's already almost a third gone.
Is that sourced or is that their own distillate?
No, this is their own distillate.
Oh, wow.
123.04 proof. It went through Pearl Street Liquors and also split with Johnson County Liquors. So it's a local, right? And it's a club that they're really building, and he's doing a great job doing it. They have good palates. So we actually we were gonna do a taste real quick on his, and again I'll make sure there's some ounces your way because it's again, and it's
I would love that. That's what's exciting about whiskey, right? I mean, like I mentioned, right? NDPs, they're great. They're you've got a lot of NDPs that are doing very unique things to barrels, just to make them stand out from other NDPs. But whiskey that is sourced from some of these lesser known distilleries,
right?
That folks haven't tried for one reason or the other. That's where the fun is in whiskey, right? Trying some of those unique mash bills, unique perspectives other distilleries bring.
And they're again, it's a Union Horse, so again, local. It's right up the road. They're very, they help us. They represent us too. They do things with us. So we were just gonna give an honest opinion to the Miami County Whiskey Society's their pick with Union Horse. So if you don't mind, we're gonna try that real quick. And this should kind of hit the same with the cigar. What I would be thinking, right?
I haven't tried it yet, but do you ever? I just nosed this, and I got a very odd, it reminded me of a McDonald's cheeseburger.
McDonald's cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't know.
Careful.
So, that's
We want. Hey,
I didn't get that.
oh my gosh! It was like, whoa, that's what that is. Which I've never had before, but that's it's that sweet, a little bit of spice.
yeah, you
I don't
definitely.
know. That's I smelled it and I was like,
that right there, like McDonald's cheeseburger, right? So
It's
people
silly.
always think when you're picking barrels, you're like, oh well, let me, I get this leather note, this tobacco, vanilla, caramel or whatnot. But it's notes like those that help you relate with other individuals and the flavors that they're getting, right? It's like, okay, that guy, he tasted McDonald's cheeseburger. Now, I've never had a cheeseburger because I don't eat beef. But, if there was somebody that tried a McDonald's cheeseburger, they'll try to look for that flavor note.
Yeah.
And I try to do that, right? If somebody says that, hey, you know what, I'm getting a, caramel pie, right?
Right.
Cream cheese and caramel pie, right? It's like, okay, where the hell are you getting that? Let me taste and see if I pull those same notes in the whiskey, and that's what's fun about it.
Yeah.
So be careful. We still want Trishul to invite us on the trip. So be careful what
I know
be careful what you call out.
that's kind of out there, but when I smelled it, it was like, oh my gosh, maybe they kind of have a sweet ketchup, and it's that, man, I don't know.
See, we're already
exactly
showing
what it brought me to. So
and the cool thing about this one is, and they're doing the right way. They're doing it the right way. This is $54, right? So you go to liquor
Hell
store
yeah.
and it's $54. So it's very approachable to where even if I had a little bit and I really like it.
yeah,
Even if it's you're like, yeah, it's kind of not mine. You've spent $54, not $249, right, on something. And a newer club, which they've done, again, I think they've done a great job doing.
yeah. Well, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Man, it's smooth.
Wow, that's
Super
got
sweet.
a really interesting character.
Yeah.
Like, it is sweet, but wow, that is a
You get some of that floral in the mid
The
palate.
mint palate doesn't burn you on the back and give you a nice little hug. So now I'm gonna have to get it out to you tomorrow, Trishul. So well,
Just overnight it.
huh?
Just overnight it.
Overnight it.
Yeah.
I'll overnight
On
it.
your
yeah.
black
what's the mash bill on this? Is that
You know, I don't.
I get a little bit of like a spearmint.
Well, I think it's a. Connor's on here, so I mean, I'm not sure. A lot of times, Union Horse, their ryes are 100% rye.
Good.
100% rye. So that I'm going to guess that this might be 100% rye.
Well, I get a spearmint. A lot of times on the rye you get that eucalyptus, and I get that a little bit.
Yeah.
This is really good, and it's comparing it to the Frey Ranch. It's a totally different profile.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
But it's good. I mean,
Yeah, it's very good.
I think they've done a really good job picking this.
Yeah.
And again, it's local, right? So it stays local. I mean, the people didn't line up, but they said Saturday it goes on sale, and they showed up, right? So you're hungry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, right. So Jerry thinks Derek's hungry. Everything he's picking is
Well,
it's good.
maybe,
Yeah,
but this is very good.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
very, very good. So,
Good job.
Connor, good job. Good job, your team. Again, this makes you want to say when they pick their next barrel, right? You want to trust their palates, right?
right.
So, same thing. Like it's definitely a people will trust what they like.
A long finish on it too. It just
does.
lingers there. The
Yeah.
spice lingers. I'm a fan. This is very good.
So, well,
So you talked a little bit about just what people like, right? So I guess just at a high level, just so that way you understand what I look for in a pick, it's got to check these basic boxes, right?
okay.
Obviously, the flavor has to be there, but the journey from the nose to the front palate, mid palate, back palate, and the finish, it should be well pronounced, right? Along with a very good mouthfeel. Those are some of the basics for me, right? You got to have the viscosity. You got to have the mouthfeel where, all of a sudden it coats your entire mouth. Now, are all whiskeys going to do that? No, they're not, right? And typically, I enjoy the whiskeys that coat your entire mouth, that really have a longer finish, medium to long finish, and that basically take you on a journey from the front to mid to the back palate.
Right.
That's what I look for in a whiskey. And when I'm picking barrels and, I'm looking for where some of those, things are missing based on feedback from others, right? Based on, hey, Mike, if you and I were picking barrels together, I would say, hey, listen, here's what I feel about it. Do you feel the same way, right?
Right.
And you might say, hey, no, I feel like, the back palate is perfect on it, or that the finish was longer than you said it was. But that's the way I approach picking barrels.
Yeah.
Excuse
So,
me.
I mean, I had a thought, but it went away really quickly.
Connor says cheeseburgers. Wow, I still get that on the nose. I don't get it on the palate, but on the nose, I
But
I
still
think we
get
need
it.
some
But
cheeseburgers to see if it's true.
I guess so.
yeah, it's good. I like it.
It's very good.
Definitely great. It's definitely
Yeah.
I love Storybook and Shapeshifter barrels.
I have a one last question for you. I've noticed behind you, you don't have very many full bottles. It looks like almost everything back behind you has been opened up. Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
anything that this is my bottle? Are you a collector? Do you have anything that you're collecting that's on display back there that you're not opening, or is everything back there open?
Everything back here is open, but I am a collector as well. I've got 3 times as much bottles as you see in the back that are not open.
Wow.
Now, somebody's going to come and say, hey, well, you need to open all your bottles. No, the hell I don't need to do that, because there's no way. It's going to be a tough time finishing all these bottles over here. There are certain ones that I keep in the back. They're behind they're in my basement, but they're very unique bottles, right? I mean, like, for example, I've got a 2008 Pappy Van Winkle 15. So that was produced at Stitzel-Weller. Stitzel-Weller Juice last year. I think that they put Stitzel-Weller, but that's not the reason why I have it back there. It's because that's my marriage anniversary.
Wow.
I've got
that's awesome.
my son was born in 2014. I've got an Eagle Rare 17 that's 2014.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got a bunch of other 2014 bottles. I've got a 2018. I've got a daughter. She's about 8 years old. She was born in 2018. I've got a 2018 Pappy Van Winkle Lot B. I've got 2018 GTS. I've got about 5 2018 GTSs. I've got all sorts of stuff in the back, but those are balls that most likely I'm not going to open up until, maybe one day I want to enjoy that whiskey with my son or my daughter whenever they, become of age and they can have a sip, right? I don't even know if they're going to like it or not, but hell, when they have their 21st birthday or 22nd birthday, I want to be able to sip it and just say, hey, listen, you've come such a long way, and I want to celebrate this with this bottle.
And that, like you said, it's not just about picking the right barrel and the liquor store selling out, right? It's an experience too, right? I mean, everything means something, right? So those type of bottles mean something, and when you get them, people are like, you got to open it. Well, I don't have to open it. This means something to me, right? Everyone's got something that is.
I've got cigars like that.
Yeah.
I'm not a collector on cigars. I've smoked some of the best cigars out there, but I have some cigars that I'm waiting. I'm waiting for when my daughter turns 21.
I need to be as organized as Laz is, because if you go to Laz's house, he's got blue tags on any whiskeys that he's not going to open up, and you can't convince him otherwise, because each one of those is a bottle that means a lot to him, and there's no way you can convince him. Now, the funny thing is, you'll find, it's not funny, but it's it's like any other person that picks barrels and brings in good whiskey at their house, but you're going to find mostly blue tags on barrel picks that he's done, because there's only 1 or 2 of them left, or he only has access to one bottle, and that was one bottle that him and I picked, or whatever it may be, right? There's a story behind each one. You're not going to find a blue tag on a Weller Millennium or a Double Eagle Very Rare. You go to his house and he'll pour all of that shit for you. But he will have blue tags on specific barrel picks. It may be specific releases that are very well regarded, like let's say C923, that he might have a blue. I don't even know if he has a blue tag on any of those, but most of his blue tags are on barrel picks that he knows he's not going to get another bottle of, and each one of those barrel picks has a story behind. I need to be as organized as him, but all of my shit in the back is just I've got it on different totes and not totes, but different layers or whatnot, and it's out there.
Nice.
I think it's time for another Georgia trip. So,
Come on over, guys. Come on over.
Frankie asked you if you're into any finishing, if you're into finished bourbon.
So, Frankie, I will appreciate a finished bourbon. It takes a lot of convincing for me to pick a finished bourbon. So like all these honey finishes and stuff, I will typically, if I'm on the pick team, I'm going to pick something that is more bourbon forward or rye forward and less finished, because I'm going to appreciate the bourbon and the rye flavors more. So I like subtle finishes more. Now, double oaks, I love a lot, right? Because that to me is like, can you consider that finished bourbon? Yeah, it was finished in a different barrel.
Right.
It's probably getting more of its qualities from the barrel itself, the oak in the barrel itself. But you know, I'm talking when I say finished, you know, you put it in a wine barrel, you put it in a Sakura finish, you put it in a Mizunara finish. Those are the ones that to me are like I shy away from. You're not going to find many Wolfpack picks like that. You will find every now and then a French oak finish Wolfpack pick. You will find a Spanish oak finish, right? Something that is not too bold, but the flavors complement the true flavors of the bourbon or the whiskey or the rye that you're tasting. But I'm not much of a finished guy. Now, there's been a lot of finished whiskeys that I've liked over the years too, right? So don't take that as I don't like finished whiskey. It just takes a lot for me to pick a finished whiskey,
Sure,
and to get on board with bringing that to the market.
yeah. So, anything
This
else?
has been great.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic. I
Yeah.
will tell you that you're again, you've met every check mark that we thought that you would bring to this education and community and your pick, right? That bottle's slowly going. I've been holding on that bottle since
take that home with me.
since I got it. What? I've been holding on that bottle since I got it, and it's not. I
You won't mess up.
It's not going to take long. So,
Yep.
no, that was a good one. And again, Miami County, Connor, great job, guys. In fact, as you and I are talking about this, just so the handshakes, I've got about 3 or 4 that I think that I would love for you to give me some feedback on, right? So,
Sounds
yeah.
good. I might send back an unreleased Wolfpack pick or 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
coming. I've already been. It's running through my mind. I'm like, oh, we got to try this. And then some of your questions, your answers, I'm like, oh, I want him to try this one. So we did one of them. I tell you, we did and these guys, most of these guys on here have it. We did a 114, Old Granddad 114, finished in and I finished it in a honey barrel. So I had honey in it for 68 days, right? And then we finished a 114 in it. And I think the good thing about that one, it still keeps it keeps the bourbon, right? But it just changed that 114 a little bit. That gives you just a different on the palate. So I'm curious to see there's only 2 bottles of it left. So I'm curious to see what you think about that one. So that'll come too. So.
So Mike, I apologize. My dog just came down and I got a little bit sidetracked. But what were you saying? Which bottles?
We did a 114, Old Granddad 114 in a honey barrel.
That was a home project?
It was a home project, 2.5 gallons, and almost everybody on here got it. What they did is they sent me an Old Granddad, and that's what we filled the barrel with. So we have 2 bottles left, and I was gonna pour you some of that.
So tell me, and I'm excited to try it regardless, right? Tell me a little bit about the way that you finished it.
So basically, I had a 2.5 gallon barrel, and I filled it with honey for 68 days. And then
68 days.
68
the entire
days,
barrel, or
the
just
entire barrel? I filled it with honey, turned it every week in heat, and then dumped all the honey out, and then filled it with 13 and a half bottles of Old Granddad, and then we finished it for 8 weeks. And people will tell you on here who've got it, like Frankie's got one, John Coleman's got one, Rodney's got one. They all got it didn't lose the bourbon, it didn't lose the whiskey taste, but it just changed the palate enough to where it changed the front, I think, on it, where you're getting a little bit of that. It's not overwhelming honey, so it's not like we added a bunch of honey in it and then blended it. it's basically it just took from the barrel that the honey sat in.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on the way for sure. So
I got you.
Yeah, Connor, we got to pour for you. You're gonna have to act quick though because it looks like it's going quickly.
There's a question in the chat that I know we're running long on time, but do you see NDPs as the future of the bourbon industry or the legacy brands? I know with the cigar industry, you know, I'm pretty involved in that, much more than the whiskey side. But on the cigar side, I see that the legacy companies, I don't know, I think Monte Cristo and Macanudo and even Fuente, some of these legacy brands that have been around for a long time that have name recognition, you know, they're kind of tied to kind of the middle of the road. Not saying that they don't make great cigars, but they can't get really experimental. One of the things that I've done in my humidor here at Ash and Anvil is we've really focused in on the boutique side of the market. And we're bringing in a lot of smaller brands that people haven't heard of, things that are really unique, at least to our area of Kansas City.
Crafty.
Very crafty. Do you think that that is the way that the bourbon market's going? Or do you see these staple legacy distilleries as the future of the bourbon world?
So, and again, this is my opinion only. I can, you know, if I'm somebody that's traveled 5 states and you're somebody that's traveled, you know, 30 to 50 states, right? We're gonna have a difference of opinion because you've been on a different journey than I have. But so take this with a grain of salt and know that it's my opinion. You know, and a lot of it is based off of, you know, what I want to pick next, right? Now, age is becoming something that is heavily factored into barrel picks, in my opinion, right? I'm just not going out there and picking the next 7-8 year barrel or 6-year barrel. If it's anything below 6 years and if it doesn't have the Detling label on it, I'm not buying it. I'm probably not going to be interested in it. Now the taste will convince me otherwise, right? You come to my house or invite me over and we try something that's 4 years old and it blows my mind away. That's a different story. But if you're an NDP and you've got a 6-year, you know, let's say Green River sourced or MGP sourced whiskey that might be 10 years old, there's just so much out there. There is so much that is out there that's MGP, that is Bardstown, unless you have a custom blend that you've done or a custom mash bill that you've done that differentiates you from everything else. There's nothing in me that says, hey, go pick the next MGP barrel, right? Even if it's hazmat, even if it's, no matter what it may be. I know a lot of folks have dropped hazmat, you know, 11, 12 year, 10 year barrels recently, but it's just hazmat MGP. There's a shit ton of barrels out there.
Yep.
And so it's going to be tough for me to find something unique in there, given everything that we've picked so far, that would lean me more towards it. So I think that the answer to your question is it all depends on what these big name distilleries are going to do, because they've got some damn good barrels that they're sitting on. And, you know, if their motto is they're going to mass release some of these barrels to NDPs, then it becomes a game of which NDP do you trust the most that will get the best barrels. If they're going to, you know, take some time, I mean, you've seen some really great high-end releases, right? So Hemdale 22, to me, it's not top whiskey of the year material. A lot of folks feel like it is, you know, to each their own, but it's good whiskey, right? There's some things, in my opinion, that there's some flaws in it. There are things that people say that you're out of your freaking mind and it's some of the best whiskey that's out there, right? And that's great, but it's good whiskey. So if they continue to release stuff like that, probably in larger quantities, it's going to give NDPs a run for their money, right? Because now you're going to have higher age whiskey from a well-known distillery like Heaven Hill that's more accessible than traditionally has been. Bullet 20-year, that's another one. You know, you've got 1,500 bottles of 20-year Bullet Rye that people have been raving about, comparing it to the 2016 Booker's limited edition rye, right? And I can't wait to get my hands on a bottle of that. So if folks are going to start putting out more of that kind of whiskey, to me, somebody that's more of quote unquote purist and that doesn't lean more towards, just finishes that are out there, that makes me more excited about whiskey, right? The 20-year Bullet Rye, you've got the Hemnil 19 that was recently released. That's just amazing. The C923, from 2023, I mean, I've got about 5 bottles of that I've purchased from secondary, and I just love that whiskey, right? It's something else, in my opinion. Higher age, Hemnil at a decent proof point, and just a really cool journey. So I don't know if there's a straight answer to your question, because it all depends on what some of these big name distilleries do. Brown-Forman, right? I was just reading an article today that their stock price has gone down significantly, and their CEO just got fired. And again, I'm not somebody that reads into the CEOs or company profiles as much, but I was talking with a really good buddy of mine this morning, and he told me he met a Brown-Forman executive at Pebble Beach when he was playing on a golf course over there, and in one of the local bourbon groups, Jacksonville Bourbon Whiskey Society, somebody posted an article about the Brown-Forman family sending a letter to the CEO that caused the CEO to step down. But it makes you think that they're the ones that are guiding the decisions, right? The CEO of a publicly traded company like Brown-Forman, has say over what Jack Daniels is doing, right? Their high angel share. This shit is damn good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yes.
But it is minimum 10-year age, Coy Hill. If you've tried the 2024 Coy Hill release, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, 2021 to me is king. This thing gives I think it beats the 2024 out of the water by miles. But this is the kind of stuff that people want, right? So if Jack Daniels produces more of this at an affordable price and more accessible, NDPs are going to have a tough time.
Yeah. Accessible is the
But
key.
it all
right?
depends on the decisions that they make.
Yeah.
Right. Accessible is the key. So, well, let's wind this down. So let's, why don't you, Trishul, why don't you give a shout out to, some who you're doing some of these things for, does anyone you want to call out and how people can find you? Why don't you do that so we can, we'll wind this thing out. We'll finish it up. And again,
we'll have to have you on again because this has been
this has been spectacular, awesome. Right? I mean, we do have, I will tell you, you're invited. We have a September 26th event here at Ashland Anvil outside in the Bellows. We have about 8 distilleries here, some cigar vendors, lots of pours.
Where is this at?
September 26th here in Gardner, Kansas. We're having our second annual military and first responder night. We have 2 charities that we give to them. Once a year, whatever we make for that, we sell. Sure. We do some waffles. We'll say waffles. We have a custom barrel smoker that we created, and we're just gonna have it a night, and we are donating to some charities for military and first responders, and you're invited. I mean, there's going to be quite a few here, and it'll be some great pours and a great time. So you can look at your calendar. I know it's kind of short notice, but
it is. It's a week after KBF, I think.
Yeah, probably. I understand. Yeah, and family time, right? We talked about that. So
that's yep. So I am already taking time away from the from my kids. Me and my wife are going to KBF. This will be the first time. The last few years, I just haven't been able to go to KBF just with the kids' school and stuff like that. But this year, me and the wife both are going. But yeah, it might be a little bit tough, but I will definitely take you up if the schedule frees up.
Understand that. So. Just maybe some call outs to who you're doing this all for, and and how they can find you and where they can find you, and then we'll wrap this thing up, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, if I want to call out folks, I guess first thing, Degenerate Wolfpack, the Facebook group, like I mentioned, I haven't done any videos of promoting that group, but if you're interested after watching this live, you want to join, go ahead and fill out the questionnaire on Facebook. Put me down as a sponsor, or put Mike down as a sponsor, and we'll make sure we get you in. Shout out, I've got to give a shout out to the stores that we've worked with over the years, right? The trust that they've put in us. That's the first shout out I'm going to give. Shores Fine Wine and Spirits, more than 18 locations in Northeast Florida. They've got, especially if you go to the 8 or 9 locations that carry the Wolfpack picks, I promise you, you go there, you visit the store, it is some of the most impressive liquor stores you will ever step foot into. The way they design their stores, the section that they have for barrel picks, they've got a section for the wine. They've got, and these are huge ass liquor stores. I mean, there's no other way I can put it. There are great liquor stores you can go into and just find just about anything. You pair that with some of the great picks that the community is bringing in through the Wolfpack, you're going to have a good experience over there. Don't go there for just allocated stuff. You know, they don't price their allocated stuff just at retail, and you know you can go back and forth about, hey, well, you need to do this for your customers, do that, but go there for the barrel picks that they have. Go there for the experience that you're going to get. There's some good people. Their employees are great. The owners are great. I know them personally, and they're just good people overall. So go by there, check them out. McFarland Wine Spirits, Georgia Liquor Barn, Andy and AJ, some of the best people. They know their whiskey very well. The fact that they're even letting me pick some barrels for them is phenomenal, because these guys have a palate second to none. They have a fan following that has been there for years. They were picking barrels before picking barrels was a thing. And so you get a chance, you're in North Atlanta area, visit McFarland Wine Spirits, Georgia Liquor Barn, and they've got bottles that you can taste and you can try before you buy if you'd like, but just good people overall. You're going to have a great experience, and I put my name behind that, right? So go by there, check them out. And then the second thing, the third and the last thing is the people in the Wolfpack, the great whiskey that we're bringing out. It's not me. Like I mentioned, there have been a few picks where I've not even been a part of it. There have been really great palates that go in, select some great whiskey that I trust, that are a part of the Wolfpack, that has been out on the market. Go and find your Wolfpack pick, and you let me know what's good, what's bad, and we'll make sure that we bring out some of the best whiskey for the market. Mike, I guess the last thing is shout out to you guys for bringing me over. I appreciate you guys for the time, and thank you. And this was great.
No, you're amazing. And again, we knew this was going to be good. I mean, you know, your reputation speaks for itself. We appreciate you wanting to join us and be part of this. You've been again, from what I've known from you, and I've been following you, you're truthful. People can trust your palate. People can trust what you bring to the table. And you know, I walked up to you in a line at Buffalo Trace, and talked about who I was, and you're just a good human being. So that's first and foremost, right? So that was one reason to have you on, and just your knowledge and help people in the who follow us understand, and they continue to look for that. And again, there's a lot of people in the Atlanta area. We're good friends with John Coleman and Frankie and Georgia Bourbon Guy, and
all great guys.
We just want to, we're just trying to grow that, and again, it's a reputation that precedes.
Is John in the Atlanta area?
What's that?
Is John Coleman in the Atlanta area?
John's south, maybe 2 hours south of Atlanta.
Oh man, I didn't know that. I need to ping him.
Well, John, you need to go by the bar back there, because there's some bottles because John has a great palate too. He was part of our pick team for our World Whiskey also. So, and Moses and Frankie. So they
Moses
came.
Are good guys. Frankie is as well. I know both of them quite well. John, I've interacted with many times. I can't say that I've spent a lot of time with him, but I need to reach out to him, and since he's in the area, and have him see if he can come by, or I can go by his place.
Great people. So, and again, nothing but kind words for you. So again, that was first and foremost. It was about getting a good person on alive with us, and and your reputation and what you do. So we do appreciate you. So you're still on there. So we'll end this with just say, again, Gunners is our sponsor, right? They're a big sponsor for our September 26th event, along with some others. And we're just let's
do a Gunners pick. If you got people at Gunners, I know you and I talked about this at a high level when we were in Kentucky.
Oh,
I want to do a Gunners pick.
Hey,
that's it.
Trishul, I'll give this up. We have a barrel that you can try them all, but there is a barrel sitting in that warehouse that is
Amazing.
amazing. It is totally off profile of what they have, and it's ridiculously good. So yeah,
where is Gunners? Where are these barrels
Wichita,
sitting at?
Kansas.
Where at?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita. That's where Coke headquarters is. I worked for Georgia Pacific for many years.
KOC. So did the guy here in the corner. He worked for them for quite a few years.
Are you a fellow Coke employee?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to work for Invista for a long time.
Okay, Invista. Yeah, I know Coke very well.
Yeah.
Market-based management, principle-based management. I grew up in the whole in that, so I've got a lot of respect for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So there is one thing though. We got to be part of the pick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's what was brewing in my mind when you said Gunners sponsored this live. Is that hey, and again going back to mine and your conversations when we were at the line in Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning about some Gunners barrels and some other stuff. So I'm still very interested in picking some Gunners barrels because, like I mentioned, right? I mean, you tell me, to go pick a Weller foolproof barrel, I'm not going to be as excited about picking a freaking Gunners barrel.
No, they have some. They are with the hidden gem, right? Without a doubt. So, no, we'll talk offline.
We'll do that. We're going to get it on the calendar.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Just find out one thing for me if they've got distro in Florida and Georgia. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
So, again, great show. And we sure do. We really appreciate you. So we have a giveaway. So we do a Gunners giveaway at the end of every live, and so people that stay on, they can enter. So I'll put on the email address here. It's I just added it to the chat. It's if you email bbkcgiveaways@gmail.com, and let's do this. So tonight's keyword, we give a keyword. You email this keyword to bbkcgiveaways@gmail.com. Enter Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, yep.
It's Wolfpack, right? You send that 48 hours. They'll tell me which I'm right or wrong in the back. 24 hours, you email that and you enter Wolfpack, and we'll do a random, and we will send you a nice little gift from Grunners. So,
hey, how about this? I'll sweeten the deal.
Okay.
The second winner you get, if you let's say you draw two names.
Okay.
I will send them a bottle of the Wolfpack pick.
Wow.
That we've done.
Well, I'm entering. So hold on. I got to get my phone. I got to enter in this one. This will be the first one I enter into. So awesome. Trishul, we sure appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Tell me, I'll sweeten the deal even more. Third person as well. We're gonna send a Wolfpack pick to the second person and a different bourbon bottle that I'll select to a third person as well. How about that?
All right.
But just keep that window open for 24 more hours and let other folks be a part of it. Yeah. And we'll do that. You just let me know who you send the balls to. Yeah,
and I just added it in there in the chat again. So for people that stayed for the entire thing, right? They know the word. So hopefully everyone stayed on. So bbkcgiveaways@gmail.com, and you heard it. Trishul's he's adding to the pot. So again, greatly appreciated. Yeah. So thank you. You are the man. So we'll just send that here. So our normal ending, Trishul, is our motto that we kind of came up when we started this. It's not just about the pours, but the bond it creates, right? So again, appreciate you, and we'll talk soon. All right, everybody.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate you guys.
Happy pours, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.